Hello and welcome back to another episode of the White Sox March to October. And last episode, I ended off by saying how much the release of MLB 25 is creeping up on me, and I don't think it really set in until right after I finished recording. But there's only like 2 weeks left, basically. And in those 2 weeks, we still have to finish this season, which is the rest of the regular season, and then the entire postseason, and then fire up streams and play a whole, why am I not swinging at that, but play a whole another season and fit that all in before MLB 25 comes out. So with that in mind, the plan for today, we've got about 30 games left in the regular season. We're finishing it regardless of how long that takes. Sometimes it's a quick finish, sometimes the last 30 games takes forever, and that stayed in the zone. That's nice. But yeah, regardless of how long it takes, we're finishing up the regular season today. And if it ends up going long, then that'll just start conditioning you guys into longer form content for when I start streaming. There's no way that's staying fair. Yeah, but anyway, I don't know, I guess maybe I should focus more on playing than what I was saying, because this is kind of a big spot here near the end of the game, and this is the bat we want up with a lefty still out there. Don't really like that I missed that one. I don't think I missed that one. He's jogging. What does that mean? Oh, that wasn't even close. Okay. Everything about that felt like I hit it a lot harder. All right, well, dude, let's see where Grant Taylor's at, because he's throwing a shutout so far, and he's only allowed 1 hit. He's still got some energy left. I might stick with him. Actually, I kind of have to stick with him because I didn't realize the game was automatically warming up our 2 long relief pitchers. For whatever reason, in late tie games, the CPU loves to warm up and throw in long relievers when I feel like that doesn't make much sense at all. So the people who I would want to bring in weren't warmed up, so we got to get them warming up while Grant Taylor keeps dominating. There we go, punched out on the curve. This is a huge start for Grant Taylor too, because I was looking at the stats a bit before starting the video today. Grant Taylor's still hovering around that 5 ERA, which I don't get. He's a 90 overall these days. His ERA shouldn't be up at 5. That's gonna, oh, it's not gonna get through because look at Colin Houck making plays. I don't know how we can be sitting here almost a year into the MLB 24 season and I still don't just assume every diving play from a second baseman up the middle is gonna be made. And another one on the curves. That's a 10 strikeout game for Taylor. Full 9. We got to pick up this win here so we can get a complete shame. I'm bouncing. I also said complete shame. All right, so the bouncing has stopped. Sometimes that happens when the laundry machine really gets going because it's kind of right under me. But while I was waiting for that to stop, it actually gave me a chance to watch that franchise / March to October deep dive for MLB 25, which they were very generous in giving that / March to October because nothing was really said about March to October specifically. So I don't know. I don't really have much to say about it. It just kind of reaffirms what I've said recently, where I don't really plan on doing a multi-season March to October next year. And I think, I mean, we'll wait and see what their whole feature premiere shows off, but if it doesn't show off a ton, I don't think I'm gonna change my mind there. And man, we gotta do something here. I'm not putting together as good as swings as I'd like to. How about you just end this one, Vlad? He's not even gonna get on. Now do I leave Kerry Carpenter in? Now I'm pinch hitting. I'm bringing in Austin Hayes. We're gonna take the matchup here. Austin Hayes has experience walking games off on 1 swing. And nothing. I chased on 0-2. Sure, why not? Let's extend this episode longer than it's already probably going to be. I'm gonna bring in Yohan Duran then for extras. He's got the high clutch rating. There's a runner on second. I'm also gonna swap Hayes and Duran so that Hayes can move into his primary of left after bringing him into the game. And man, I really didn't want contact to be made there. Now another grounder or a sac fly or something gives him the lead. I should probably bring the defense in, right? Yeah, I'll just bring him all the way in. I normally like to go halfway, but I know this dude, yeah, 72 speed is decent. Want to make sure we can get an out at home if we get a grounder. Oh my. I made a bad throw. Okay, they're not going home. I could have ended the inning right there. I don't know what was up with that meter. What threw me off about the meter? Did it move, or was I just not paying enough attention? Why though would you have Jake Berger do that? Your cleanup hitter, your 4 hitter, your guy who is designed to drive in runs. You have up with a runner on third and only 1 out, and you have him bunt? They're doing it again? We got to get the out at first. Okay, questionable manager decisions there from them. I don't think we can go for that. That's too bad. That might do it. That might do it. 53 speed, it was hit weak enough, and yep, we okay. Wasn't the prettiest walk-off we've ever had, but we'll take the win. Lefty, not Colson Montgomery's strength, but he did enough. He did just enough, just barely enough. How about that? A 1-0 game in 10 innings. So yeah, I completely forgot about this. We played it strategically again. I guess that middle fire ball was for only giving up 1 hit, but we also would have gotten one if it was a shutout. And then the extra one for the walk-off win. So we turned a 2 fireball game into a 4 fireball game. I don't think we have a chance anymore. I think it's kind of officially dead that we can improve on last season's record. I don't know if we can get 124 wins anymore, or we'd have to be like basically perfect if we did. But we can still definitely get like 115, maybe still 120 if we're really lucky. The simming hasn't been going too great lately, even when we do have a lot of momentum like this. So we need the sims to be on our side here. We're moving into September, and yeah, we're gonna lose immediately. We went 1-1. But look at this though. We got a chance to finish off a no-hitter with Dustin May. Is this the first time I've ever player locked with a relief pitcher? I know he's a starter. He's in our starting rotation, but he's technically a hang on. 20-0? 20-0. Well, anyway, before we get into this, Dustin May, I think is safe to say, has been our best starting pitcher this year. His ERA is flirting with being under 3. Actually, this probably doesn't factor in what he's done in that start up until this point. So as long as we don't completely lose it with him, his ERA probably will be under 3 after this game we're about to play. It won't do anything to the attributes, but it'll give him that +3 performance boost that should make his numbers even better. So let's see what we can do. No hitter with Dustin May. Can we get it done? Look at that. 8 in the 4th and then 7 in the 5th. 15 runs over the course of 2 innings. Oh man. And we've got no walks on the board either. Do we have an error? We don't have an error. That's them that has an error. So we're going for something more than just, or no, we're not. Maybe it was a hit by pitch because they got on somehow because we're facing the 2-hitter. It was a hit by pitch. Okay, so it's not a perfect game we're going for. That's good though, because that means we can pitch out of the zone and not have to worry about giving up walks, especially with this big lead. I can walk as many people as we can, as long as, you know, it prevents a hit. My God, and look at this. We've got so much going on, you can barely read it. Homers from Jordan Lawler, Shea Langeliers, Dominic Fletcher, Spencer Jones, Ezekiel Duran. Fletcher's up to 30 with that one. That's crazy. A bunch of doubles too. Duran over 40 doubles. And then we already know about Dustin May, and his ERA at this moment is under 3. So let's see what we can do. I don't know. I feel like the times where I have had the strategy of just trying to throw everything out of the zone, it never works. Like all it really does is they're just really patient. I do end up walking a bunch of people and then they get a hit anyway. And it just kind of drains our energy. So I don't really think I'm going to even try and pitch any more carefully, or at least not a whole lot more carefully than I normally do. We're still going to come after the hitters. We're still going to try and maybe get weak contact, and we won't get a chase. So immediately we are going to walk the first batter we face when I said that's not the strategy. Nah, but this is, yeah, this is how it goes. When I talk about super legend difficulty every once in a while, no-hitter player locks is when it shows up the most. There is no tougher time to pitch to the CPU in this game than when you have to finish a no-hitter in a player lock. Oh my God, we're down into the yellow? That must have something to do with his relief pitcher primary thing. Like, I'm gonna trust how much the energy bar is full rather than the color of the energy bar. There we go. Okay. The patience is coming back to bite him now. We'll pick up our 11th punch out. 8 outs to go now. A double play would be nice. Well, that's not a hit. Look at the play. It's not a double play either, but that saves the no-hitter for now. We're going to need that, man. I mean, that was a bad pitch. Kind of left that down the middle, but the defense actually bailing me out. And there we go. We're through an inning. 6 outs left. They don't do anything to help you, man. Okay, well that one would have been ball 4 if he took it. We got the punch out. It'd probably help us out a bit if we didn't have to take it to a 3-2 count every time. Okay, we're good. Made some contact on a couple pitches way out of the zone, but it works. We don't need strikeouts. That's, yeah. Didn't miss my spot. We got a perfect release. It just went in one of the small portions of the par that stayed in the zone, and with a slurve, that's just a hanger at that point. That really sucks, man. I didn't even think that had a chance of staying in the zone. I thought I put it inside far enough, but I guess yeah, if this is where I had it, there is a lot of the par out of the zone, but a little of it still in the zone. That's about as perfect of a pitch as it could have been. Why couldn't we have done that to the last guy? All right, well, it looks like they're gonna leave me out there to get these last 3 outs. Okay, that one stayed in the zone too, but that's gonna be an out. I feel like now that the no-hitter is done, the super legend difficulty is also done. So hopefully these last 2 outs should come nice and easy, or not. Ooh, that one came right back at me. Almost made me flinch. Can we finish this? We're in the red energy now. Can we maybe get our Jackson Holiday double play ball this time? No, you don't want to help me out? Oh, that might, nope, that's gonna get through too, and there goes the shutout. Or no, we're gonna preserve the shutout for now, but I can't keep these guys off base now. I don't know, I know the game isn't in danger, but as a manager, you gotta take your guy out, especially by this point. You can't leave him out there to dry when he's given up 3 hits in a row after 100 pitches. And no, that one's just offline enough. There goes the shutout. Probably didn't matter anyway. We're probably still going to end up with a 1+, and we probably weren't going to get any more than that, even if we kept the shutout intact. All right, well, I can't even say that yet. No, we are there. All right. I'm not going to lie. I am kind of glad that we gave up multiple hits instead of just the 1. Oh, we don't even get any. Okay, never mind. I was wrong then. I still would have thought that doing what we did, we still would have gotten a 1+. We didn't get any plus. Well, all right. I mean, at least we got a fireball. Dustin May was doing fine all season without a performance boost, so hopefully that won't change. And we get our 1 fireball back or it didn't even do anything. Okay, so that was a nothing game then. Absolutely nothing was accomplished. All right, I like this sim though until I open my mouth. How much are we simming here? Are we gonna finish this season a lot quicker than I thought? Gotta play the Twins, and yeah, we're 101 and 41, and us Sox fans are very familiar with the math. When a 41 is involved, that means we can win at maximum 121, but that would mean going 20-0 the rest of the season. Probably not gonna happen, and winning this game might help. Of course, they're gonna give me a long one when we just want to finish up the season, but we got 3 innings to make a comeback that would give us a lot of momentum. But even though we are trying to speed to the end, I forgot I did want to real quick, as we're coming down the home stretch here, I wanted to check out where the standings were at. So obviously we're destroying ours. We've actually got a very solid chance at 1,000 runs. That feels not right. That feels like way too much to score in a season. But then over to the east, it's the Jays that are actually out in front right now. This has become a very weak division. Only 1 team barely over 500. And then over in the west, it's the Astros with the A's second as the 28th ranked team. And then the Angels have fallen back. I thought I remembered them being leaders in the division for most of the season, but yeah, I guess they're 2-8 in their last 10. The top 2 in the wild card though are both from our division, so I guess our division is getting more competitive than it feels. I guess that would explain why we aren't able to get to the 120+ wins we've got in the last season, is we've actually got a couple teams that are decent now in our division. Stealing sent some extra wins away. Over the NL, we've got the Phillies leading the East. Braves not too far behind. Mets still have a really solid record too. Reds with 90 wins in the Central. They're running away with that, even though the Brewers themselves don't have a bad record. And the Pirates, who are the third ranked team, they're not even 500. And the Cardinals have finally fallen off, so we won't be seeing them in the World Series again. And then finally, the Dodgers at 94 and 50. So they're, a couple games up on the Reds. Still a decent amount behind us that I don't feel like I need to worry about not being the best record in the MLB. Giants also having a really good season. So this wild card race in the NL is a lot more compelling than in the AL. And then also I forgot to look, but with us being in September, who got the call? Who's joined the big league squad? We got Termarr Johnson back. It won't show us now, but I had been keeping tabs on him since I sent him down, and he was destroying AAA. So that might have been a better move overall, because he might have gotten some better progression by actually playing every day and playing well in AAA than just sitting on the bench here. And then pitching, it's just Woodruff that got called back up. That's fine. That works. Hopefully that means less Prelander Baroa innings, even though Prelander Baroa has been doing all right. Look at his ERA down under 4. All right, so let's get going then with this next one. Montgomery up. Their starter's still out there. I would very much like to just one swing tie this one up. Looks like Eder got the start. He's gone 6, giving up 3. I could see his day being done then. Colin Houck has a bomb. That's where our offenses come from. It's not gonna get through. Haven't made the greatest swings so far today. We gotta do something about that. We need some more solid contact. And a pitch like that's where you gotta do it. I can't even blame the stick sensitivity settings on that one when I'm moving it all the way down here. Nope, missing that one too. Oh, but there we go. We got that one. Finally on something, it's Spencer Jones. We're starting to find some power with him. I think now that's 2 episodes in a row that I've gone deep. He's up to 18 on this season. He's got a good chance of getting up to 20. It wasn't quite the first swing of the game, but at least we did it in the first inning, and now the rest of the way out, it's at least tied. And Lawler, I don't think, not with Correa, or that might not even be Correa. Yeah, that's definitely not Correa at short. All right, Eder, yeah, Eder's out of energy, but that's fine. We made sure he's not in line for the loss anymore, and we'll go ahead and bring in Andres Munoz. 26 and a third in his first season with the team with a .68 ERA. And he also, for the most part, has been very fun to pitch with. It's kind of just fastball up and slider low. You don't really have to think too much. Fastball is quick enough, slider's got enough break that you just kind of leave it up to himself. Leave it up to the game, I guess. Just kind of put it in the same spot every time and see what the other hitters can do. I guess that's what they can do when you don't get it right on the edge up high like I wanted to. Well, I guess that takes care of the tie game. Right back in the hole. Oh my god, and now a hit. Now they're timing him up. Okay, we should be able to... Oh, even with a bad throw, yeah, we still got him. Running on 102 up and away. That's almost automatic. All right, man, again, around on the heats. They did not have trouble with the hard stuff from Munoz there, and now we got to make another comeback. All right, they brought in a lefty to face Dominic Fletcher. I think I'm going to stick with Fletcher. I don't know if it matters, but it said that this guy has a .412 batting average against left-handed hitters. And I don't think I got enough for that. Fletcher just does not have enough power. Still, hang on. That kind of just kept carrying. I'm actually surprised with how high I hit that. How that was able to not go out in that little overhang here in right field, but still get up off the wall. That's a big way to start then. Leadoff triple. Wonder what made that one just kind of keep carrying. It did. I mean, it only came off the bat at 89. And whether or not that gets down, it's going to tie the game right back up. I mean, that was a hanging circle change and a very nice swing put on it. You'd like to see that get down. Probably could have definitely been a gapper, and then we'd have the go-ahead run in scoring position. But you know what? With Vlad up, there's always at least one runner in scoring position. That would have been much cooler if I hit a home run after saying that. He's not even going to run that out. God, now I'm all of a sudden late? It's 2 fastballs at 94 I've been too late on. And then, why am I even tempted? Why am I tempted? Why can we put up the tying run and then not do anything after that? Okay, I'm going to Tanner Scott. He's down to an 85 overall, actually. So hopefully he's still as good as I'm used to. They do still have Carlos Correa on the team, so he's just not playing short, I guess. And all right, their timing is still kind of scary, but as long as they hit it weak, that's fine. Dude, every time they pop up some stats on the bottom of the screen, Mike Trout is leading in like everything. He's like 35 or 36 at this point in our world. He might be back on track winning an MVP. Okay, and once again, the timing is about as good as it can be. We get away with it, though. We got to take the lead now. I've put up a running inning myself so far, so as long as we keep that pattern, we should be able to take the lead. This dude has a 6.35 ERA. It is kind of crazy, I think. I mean, I should have said it while it was still there, but at the bottom of the screen, it popped up saying Drew Thorpe for the Padres just had a 10 strikeout game. That's how long this series has been going, is when we started it, we still had Dylan Cease. I mean, I think the trade had already been made like the day before in real life, but still, it was that long ago. Where is my timing gone? I'm late to end last inning. Now all of a sudden I'm early on the fastball right down the middle on a 3-2 count. That's a go-ahead run waiting to happen if I just time that up. That too. Okay. That works for me. Slap that one the other way down the line for a double. That very much works for me. It's honestly one of my favorite types of swings to make, is hitting the pitch up and away and going the other way with it. All right, I'll take the walk. Long AB, and now it's right back to Spencer Jones. You want to be the guy again? Call it a ball, please. No. And then I'm too late. Oh, he spends all AB going to off speed so that when he comes back to the fastball right down the pipe, he left it right over the middle. Now I'm finally not around on it. It's brutal, man. I wasn't even that far behind it, too. Oh my God, but Jordan Lawler, that caught me so off guard that he just made that swing. What a swing that was. I was just saying with Colston Montgomery, that's like one of my favorite swings to make, is going the other way on an up and away fastball. And we did it again. 2 outs in the top of the 9th, a tie game, and you go no doubter to the opposite field to give your team a 3-run lead. Honestly, I think that swing that we just made with Lawler is a great example of the benefits of my stick sensitivity settings. I know I keep bringing this up. You guys probably don't care, but I don't know if I get to that pitch if I don't have the stick moving faster than it normally would. Oh, and I mean, if that carries... Oh, it almost did. It almost did. And if that got down, that would have been the 3rd triple of the game for Dominic Fletcher. I don't know why I hesitated. It's only been 90 episodes we've had the guy. All right, well, this should be one of the easiest saves Garrett Crochet will have to pick up here. Facing the bottom of the order with a 3-run lead. Let's just go ahead and get it done. Okay, there we go. Dude did not swing the bat. Unless you count that one a swing. Oh, we couldn't blow the heater by former Sox legend Sebi Zavala. And there we go. Jammed him on a slider, and that's another nice win. I mean, we definitely did not get as much swing and miss. And a lot more good swings from the opponent than I feel like I'm used to. Hopefully that super legend difficulty on the mound hasn't continued past that no-hitter game. But hey, these are the kind of games we need to keep having. 4 momentum fireballs over and over to try and keep our hopes alive at 115 wins. I don't know why I'm stuck on 115. I mean, 116 is the record we always think of, so we should probably go for 116 to still say we're beating the real record every season. That was a nice stretch of games there before the 1 loss. Are we going to take this one all the way to the end at this point? Did we do it? It looks like we did. I'm not counting how many wins though. Oh no, they're going to make me play the very last game. Sure. Well, and I guess we're right at that mark then. We got to 115. We're playing for our 116th win. And it's not too often you get to play the final game of the season. So before we finish it up, I do kind of want to look at what is about as close to you can get as the final stats for the regular season for some of our guys. And look at Dominic Fletcher, 37 home runs. Did anybody think we were going to see a season like this out of this guy? He's up to a 94 overall. Power's gone up 11 against lefties. Duran with 28 homers. Not quite going to get to the 50 doubles though. Vlad's up over 40 homers, but I think he's cooled off enough that I don't think he can really be in MVP conversations. Gary Carpenter's over 30 homers. Wow, and actually, with how the schedules worked, he's played in 163 games. So he played every game for the Tigers, and then he's played every game for me. And if he plays in this final game, he'll play 164 games in a season. Langlier's up over 30. Colson Montgomery got that average well over 300 though. Totally okay with this. This is very similar to his first season, which I still think is his best season. Colin Houck up over 300 average. He's one bomb shy of 20. Spencer Jones hasn't gone deep. Man, all those games simulated, he didn't go deep because we hit his 18th. Still a great year though. And then Jordan Lawler did get up over 22. So if we can somehow hit 2 with Jones and 1 with Houck, we'd have every single starter finish with over 20 home runs on the season. Because yeah, Senzel's also up over 20. He's got 23. I guess I don't know if you really consider Austin Hayes a starter. He doesn't start anymore, but he did for a chunk. And then Mejia, platoon guy, but he's not even going to get anywhere close to 10. And then Gallen's still hanging on at an 86. He hasn't dropped all the way down to an 85 yet, so I guess there's still hope that he pitches in the postseason. It's all going to come down to how the CPU orders everything. Taylor's ERA came down a bit. Eaters, I know he was hovering up around 5, so that came down a bit. Schuster with a nice 347. May just over 3. Probably the weakest ERA numbers though we've seen from our starting pitchers as a whole. Maybe even including season 1, because I know we had a couple really nice seasons from our lower overall guys back in year 1. But then the bullpen as a whole looks really good. So I guess anything that we lacked from our starting pitching definitely got made up for by the bullpen. All right, so let's do it then. One final game today, one final game for the regular season. We got to make a comeback against the other Sox. Oh, and we're at home. I wasn't paying attention. I was kind of hoping we'd be on the road. Not many times you get to play in Boston when you're relying on simming and hopping into random games and stuff. Would have been kind of fun. This dude, we don't like this guy. We don't like Nico Cavadas here because he stole the Rookie of the Year award from Colson Montgomery back in Montgomery's first season. Did not deserve it. Montgomery did. So there we go. Yeah, sit him down. That curveball actually seems like it's a really good pitch from Grant Taylor. I keep getting swings and misses with it. Oh, and that's not okay. Keep that at just 1 run, please. Don't let this second one come around. It's gonna be close. We got him. Okay. I mean, it makes the comeback a little bit more difficult, but at least it's not as bad as it could have been. Oh my. There's 3-0. We take a pitch right down the middle, taken all the way, and then he hangs the circle change right down the middle, and I ground out. I'm on top of everything. Honestly, this arm angle from Brian Bayo and then everything. Okay, well, never mind. We got that one. That one went far. That one was that was pretty majestic. With where that landed though in right field makes me wonder if next year will finally be the year that we see the game remodel right field how it actually looks now. I don't even remember how long ago that was in real life that they did that whole right field remodel into that bar area thing, but it's been long enough that it definitely should be in the game, and it's still not. I'm whiffing on 3 straight with Houck. He's probably not going to get his 20 bombs then. Oh, I don't know what about that fooled me. At least we got 1 back though. All right, I'm going to give the 8th to Munoz. Even with that homer I allowed last game, he still got that ERA under 1, so we can't give up anything with him now. And then I immediately pump a fastball right down the pipe. And really? 99 arm from Duran. Oh, we actually got him. I didn't know if I would without a perfect throw. All right, then that was good. That was a good result. Just a long way to get an out. And there we go. Caught looking, 102 up and in. Man, and Trevor's Story's still hanging around, but look at that. 42 contact, 42 power against righties. What has gone wrong with him? And we're... yeah, he's looking like a guy at the very end of his rope there with 42 contact. No, that's not going to get down. And I don't know why I just now thought of this, but I don't think we're going to get to go back and see. But I wish I would have thought to look in the standing screen before we loaded into this game to see if we got to that 1,000 runs. Dude, honestly, Brian Bayo is really tough to hit. It's actually very difficult to pick up what's coming out of his hand. It doesn't look like he has a weird release or anything, but I don't know. Like that, man. I keep biting on these circle changes he's throwing. Only way I can do something, I guess, is when he hung that slider. And I popped it up. All right, well, if we're winning this one, we're going to do it in style, because it would have to be a walk-off. All right, well, we've got 3 lefties in a row due up. We can't find a save situation at this point, so it'll be on Crochet to send us to the bottom of the 9th. Still only down 1. There we go, nice. 3 pitches, finish it off with that lefty slider.
That one ripped left field.
This better not continue into the playoffs, man. What has gone on? I can't get outs, or not that I can't get outs. I can't not give up runs in today's episode. So that's 4 runs, unless I'm forgetting something that I've allowed just in today's episode. That does not normally happen. And they're still timing up everything. This is crazy. Did they introduce GOAT difficulty a little bit early here? Did they change Legend into GOAT difficulty to test us at the end of the year? Okay, there we go. Still, again, kind of timed it up, though, but weak contact. Got our work cut out for us in the bottom of the 9th. How do we want to end our last edited regular season game in the White Sox March to October? Are we going to go down with a whimper, or are we going to fight? It's a tough 3-1 pitch. I'm never gonna swing at that. And I guess it's not just Bayo then. I guess I'm just biting on low circle changes in this one. That could get down. Yeah, that's gonna get down. All right, Kerry Carpenter keeping this one alive. Getting himself into scoring position and bringing the tying run up to the plate. Oh, that's such a good pitch. I don't know how off of that I was, but that's impossible. It's coming down to Montgomery. This is all we've got left. I had the right idea. I was just too late and too low. Oh, and yeah, it ends up in the zone too. I'm biting, I'm early, and even when I hold up, it still ends up right on the edge. And I don't think that's gonna get down, so we lose the final game of the regular season. And man, on one hand, I'm glad to move on to the postseason, because for whatever reason, the second half of this regular season was just so much more of a struggle than not even just the first half, but like going back to last season. We went so many games without losing, without failing the objective. And then in that last half of the season, it was about 50-50 if I'd win or lose. And that's why I don't know if I'm glad to be moving on to the postseason, because on one hand, it's like, all right, now we can leave that behind us. But on the other hand, it's like, we can't continue that in the playoffs. We've got a streak to maintain. So yeah, one final snowflake will flip us negative. I'm assuming that won't really have any effect, because I haven't noticed momentum do anything once we get into the playoffs. Only +5 on our expected wins in the second half. I mean, that's still good when our expected wins was 110. 4.5-star rating, and then we're first in everything. First in the division, first in batting, pitching, fielding. For whatever reason, our front office is only a B. But now we move on to the playoffs. We get to take a look at our first matchup. Division opponent, it's the Royals. And obviously that one's going to be saved for next time out. That's it for today. I think what I'm going to do do in the interest of trying to speed to the end is I'm going to go back to what I did all the way back in, I think it was season 2, where I just played every series in its entirety in its own episode. So that would mean we've got 3 episodes left, assuming I win the World Series. I guess that's not guaranteed technically. So yeah, hopefully that'll be coming out as quick as I can get it out, because we got to get through this so I have enough time to stream another season. But for now, as always, make sure you hit that like button. Leave any thoughts you have in the comments. I forgot to say it last episode, but we hit 2,500 subscribers, guys, so thanks for that. But we're still striving for that million, and we're almost there now that we just hit that milestone. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button for me. But with that, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me again, and I will see you next time.